mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele. Siyalila sitshaba, dikgomo di fedile. Uhelele
fedile le bo papa
ba tshwaretswe dipasa. Uhelele sitimela sibatsele ba feletse Johane. Uhelele basimane basetsana ba tjhabile Soweto. Uhelele masiali basadi ba setse ba le bangwe. Uhelele tlang le bone mathata a Afrika. Uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele. Musukuku lo mama kanyana. Uhelele sisilukuthi usebenzele izitha. Uhelele idlozi livukile masibuyele emakhaya. Uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele. Nakana phoyise feseludlamini emgodini wegoli amadoda aphelile. Uhelele asikwazile ukubuyela emakhaya. Uhelele
abantwana bayakhala
ubisi luphelile. Uhelele abathotsi nezimpipi ziyakhathaza. Uhelele buhlungu madoda lendaba yase-Afrika. Uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama, uhelele iyo. Siyelele mama.
Wedco Center in Kisumu along Oginga Odinga Road is on fire, as you can see right behind me there. This is part of the aftermath of the Kisumu riots, which saw lots of destructions in Kisumu, or rather the lakeside city of Kisumu and its environs. It caught fire after police threw a tear gas canister inside to disperse a mob that was looting goods from Ukwala supermarket, which is within the building. Explosives were heard from inside as fire gutted down this magnificent building. Hell broke loose early in the morning. People took to the streets demanding that ECK announce the results from some of the areas that were remaining.
Hawataki kutangaza results mapema. Tangu siku ile 27, leo ni 29th. Hawataki kututangazia, makura zinaenda tu hivi tu. Sasa tujui nini inaenda mbele babu.
They barricaded several roads in and out of the lakeside city of Kisumu. Bonfires were lit along those roads. At some point, they resorted to breaking into shops and looting whatever was inside. The most affected road was Oginga Odinga. Here, they broke into Ukwala supermarket and made away with several goods. police were helpless at some point. They later used tear gas after sensing that all was not going well. Demonstrators even broke into National Bank in Kisumu, but did not manage to loot money. A copycat shop was also set ablaze. Call it Christmas shopping or anything else, but one thing for sure is that I came across people carrying goods along the streets that were looted from various shops they broke into. Rashid Ronald, NTV, Kisumu.
Kwa nini tuchukue kazi ya mtu mwingine tunataka kuifanya? Sawa? Na hii Kenya tumeijenga kwa muda mrefu. Kwa nini tunataka kujaribu in one day? Why? Vijana. Na sisi kesho ndio tunafaidika.
Sitaki kukumbuka. Mbio tulitimua, machozi tulimwaga. Haki yetu, haki yetu, haki yetu, haki yetu. Wimbo ulitani. Haki yenu mkaomba, na yetu mkasahau. Mashule mkachoma, makanisa mkatia moto. Shopping mkafanya, wakatoi hadi Jamhuri. Haki yetu, haki yetu, haki yetu, haki yetu. Wimbo ulienea, haki yenu mkaomba, na yetu mkasahau. Ujumbe kupeana. Hizo zote haki zangu, mkaninyima muombe yenu. Haki yetu, haki yetu, haki yetu, haki yetu. Wimbo ulitani. Haki yenu mkaomba, na yetu mkasahau. Ukabila na tuzike kwa kaburi la sahau. Uendoroge uonyango, ndio si muhimu. Sote tu wa Kenya, tuungane tujenge Kenya.
We do have a deal.
The image of now President Mwai Kibaki and Prime Minister Raila Odinga standing side by side in front of the office of the President on that Thursday left an indelible mark in the minds of Kenyans and by extension people across the world. The signing of the peace document brokered by former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan served as a gesture that told the world Kenya was secure again following the gruesome events of the post-election violence of 2007 and 2008. The accord was to help the two leaders spearhead constitutional reform, land reform, electoral reform, and a complete overhaul of Kenya's political system.
In his promulgation speech, President Kibaki paid glowing tribute to gallant Kenyans who fought for major reforms in the country and Kenyans who voted for the new constitution.
This new constitution is an embodiment of our best hopes, aspirations, ideals, and values.
Citing some of the provisions in the new constitution, the head of state said all regions would get an equitable share of the national cake.
Some of the changes will be immediate, and we must be ready to support them. Other changes will take time. We must remain resilient and focused as they work towards their fulfillment.
The provisions on leadership and integrity featured in President Kibaki's speech.
People who will present themselves for public or state offices will have to be individuals of integrity, willing to be held accountable by the people and the institutions and laws of our country.
On his part, Prime Minister Raila Odinga asserted that the new constitution aptly captured the aspirations of our forefathers who put their lives on the line to liberate the country from the jaws of colonialism.
Today, we close a long chapter in our history. We put repression, exclusion, dictatorship, and heroic struggle behind us once and for all. We have opened a clean new page in our book. On that page, we begin writing the story of an equal and just society.
Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka said the new constitution marked an important beginning in the journey towards a new socio and economic era for Kenya and its citizens.
Kenyan nationalism has shifted from a dream to a reality under the new constitutional order. Fellow Kenyans, the dawn of the new era also portends tremendously well for our national pride, our national prestige and image in Africa and the world.
Kalonzo and Raila heaped praise on President Kibaki for shepherding the constitution-making process.
Yeye ndiye alikuwa Iniesta wetu, na mimi nikawa Fabregas, nikampatia na akapiga ikaingia.
Mr. President, you will leave behind an unassailable legacy that will change the fortunes of this country forever. And to you, my brother Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, thank you. Thank you for standing strong and running the marathon towards a new constitution with such vigor and determination.
The fierce contest between the Greens and the Reds during the referendum also got a mention in the president's speech with the message of reconciliation.
From this day on, the people of Kenya should embrace a new national spirit, a spirit of national inclusiveness, tolerance, harmony, and unity.
To mark the beginning of Kenya as a beacon of peace, President Kibaki and the invited heads of state symbolically released white doves. Promulgation of the new constitution marks the rebirth of our great nation, Kenya. Leaders who spoke during this momentous occasion are in agreement that the task ahead of implementing the new constitution is greater than that of passing the document, and that all Kenyans must work in unison to ensure that they realize the full dreams of the constitution. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, at Uhuru Park in Nairobi.
You've only got one mama, you only got one pa, you've only got one life to live, no matter who you are. You can go the whole world over, every city has its dawn, but everybody living has one place where he was born. And mine is Kenya, so warm and wild and free. You'll always stay with me is Kenya, right from your highlands to the sea. You'll always stay with me, here in my heart, here in my heart. Only got one childhood and the memory that springs when you see your house, the tree you climbed, and all those precious things. The faces of the friends I had, the images that fall. When I close my eyes in the land I love, the land where I was born. My land is Kenya, so warm and wild and free. You'll always stay with me, here in my heart. My land is Kenya, right from your highlands to the sea. You'll always stay with me, here in my heart, here in my heart. My land is Kenya, right from your highlands to the sea. You'll always stay with me, here in my heart, here in my heart.
We have the power, we have the power, we have the power, we have to change our country. We have the vote, we have the vote, we have the vote. We have to control our government. We have, and we are the people. We are the people. We are the people. We are to develop our country. We are.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let us return to the Lord. We are spellers in the business. Lakini atakuponya. We are sleepers. But in mind of the Lord. Lakini atatufunga majeraha yetu. Kenya today. Kenya leo hii. I repent for all the vaccines. Peaceful election. Atupatie uchaguzi ya amani. After the election, baada ya uchaguzi, watu wela. Sote tutafanya kazi kwa pamoja. Haitakuwa ni kiongozi ambaye anachukua usukani. Tutakuwa na wajibu wote kila mtu. Finally, I thank the apostle of the Lord.
Hatimaye namshukuru nabii wa Mungu
Because he has understood trying to bring us together.
kwa sababu ametia
Ule Ruto.
natangaza kwamba mwaka uliopita tulikuwa na ndugu yangu William Ruto
And we forgive each other.
na tukasahau moja mwingine.
And we work together. Thank you, Lord.
Asante.
Pia tuliketi chini na ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta.
We also sat down with my brother, the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta,
Na tukasema liwe liwalo.
and we said whatever comes,
Tupate tukose.
if we get it or we lose it,
Tutawaunganisha Wakenya wote waliogombana.
we shall bring all together Kenyans.
Tuondoe mitihani ya watu kupigana na kusosana
So that we may remove the violence of people fighting each other,
na tuunde Kenya moja itakayowafaa Wakenya wote. Mimi Uhuru Kenyatta
I, as Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta,
naapa mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu,
I speak before the Lord Almighty,
mbele ya wananchi ambao wako mbele yangu,
before the children of God that are before me,
na mbele ya nabii ya Mwenyezi Mungu ya kwamba mimi nitaweka amani na nitawahakikishia wale wote ambao ni wafuasi wetu waweke amani. Nataka kuambia wale wote ambao tunashindana nao
I want to tell all my contestants
ya kwamba mashindano sio uadui.
that this race is not an enemy.
Na ya kwamba
And that
Wakenya wakiamua,
all Kenyans, if they
Mwenyezi Mungu akitenda yule ambaye atakuwa kiongozi wa Jamhuri ya Kenya,
the one that the Lord will choose to be the leader in this nation of Kenya,
kama sio mimi ndio nitakuwa wa kwanza kukubali na kusema ya kwamba nitamuunga.
Mimi Martha Karua
I, as Martha Karua,
nanyenyekea
I humble myself
mbele za Mungu,
before the Lord
nabii wake
and before the prophet of the Lord,
na nyinyi Wakenya wenzangu, timize hii ahadi ya amani,
so that we may fulfill this promise of peace.
na vile Wakenya wataamua,
And the way the Kenyans will decide,
Mungu Mwenyezi nitakubali.
Mimi kama Olekiapi
yes, I like Ole Kiapi,
na hapa kwamba
I vow that
nitahudumia Wakenya
I will serve the Kenyans
kwa roho yangu yote,
with all of my heart
kwa upendo wangu wote,
and all of my love,
na nitaungana na Wakenya
and
wengine
I will join together with my fellow Kenyans
kwa ajili ya amani.
because of the purposes of peace.
Na Wakenya vile wataamua,
In the way the Kenyans that they will decide,
nitakubali.
And I want to ask my brothers and sisters
na ningependa kuwauliza ndugu zangu na dada zangu
who are in the election contest
ambao ni wawaniaji wa uchaguzi
that today before the Lord
ya kwamba leo hii mbele za Bwana
we have dedicated and committed ourselves
tumejipeana wakfu na kujitia wakfu
to
wenyewe
keep peace.
kuhifadhi amani,
And whatever utterances we make from today
na matamshi yoyote tunayoyazungumza kuanzia leo hii
must be towards peace and a peaceful country. So I want to appeal to our fellow leaders.
hivyo basi ningependa kuwasihi viongozi wenzangu,
Kenyans are peaceful people.
Wakenya ni watu wa amani.
Kenyans are devoid of tribalism.
Kenya wametoka na ukabila.
It is weak leadership ambayo inagawa nchi kwa ukabila.
Ni uongozi mdhaifu ambao unagawa watu kwa ukabila.
Na tusikubali tena.
Let us not accept again.
And I hope the embraces we have done here
Na natumai kwamba kule kukumbatia ambako
will
tumefanya
continue for the next 7 days
utaendelea kwa siku 7 zijazo
and forever.
na milele.
Ninajumuika na kila mtu naomba tupige kura kwa amani na tukubali maamuzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Kama umechukua ardhi ya mtu, kama umechukua mali ya mtu, Mungu anataka urudishe. Bwana urudishe. Kama umenikanyaga mguu, na tunaomba tusamehewe na Mungu
na kuambia uniondekee, umenikanyanga, bado unanikanyanga na unasema Mungu atatusamehe. Mungu atatusamehe, lakini kwanza sisi tumalizane baina yetu.
So far, we have received physical and final results on Form 36 from 53 returning officers, which must be verified, tallied, and validated before the Commission can make the announcement. The returning officers who have arrived in Nairobi region, 4 of them have arrived, having of course finished their announcing the results at the constituency level. Central Province, 10 have so far arrived. Rift Valley, 15. The Diaspora, 1. Eastern Province, 3. Western Region, 4. Nyanza, 13. So these are 53 returning officers who have already arrived. We are expecting some more to arrive in the course of the day. We have sent chartered aircraft and helicopters to different parts of the country to airlift those who are in the far-flung areas. The Commission wishes to assure the parties, the candidates, in particular the presidential candidates and their agents, especially the chief agents and their supporters, that the Commission will provide regular and timely announcement of results as and when they have been received from the other remaining constituencies and from the 47 counting returning officers. The Commission has designated 10 audit and verification teams comprising top IEBC senior management to receive, verify and validate the presidential results as declared at the polling stations and at the constituency level. These teams will verify and tally data from Western, Eastern, Rift Valley, Nyanza, Central Coast, Nairobi, Northeastern and the Diaspora. The Commission guarantees there will be a transparent process as we announce these final results. And I want to again repeat, in every Form 36 which you are receiving, at the back, the agents of the parties and the candidates also signed. And these were the results which were announced at the constituency. It contains all the polling stations and what they have declared. It also contains the total number of registered voters and the votes cast for each candidate. So, already we have the chief agents and their aides are at the National Talent Center. Also, they are going to be given copies of this results sheet, and we hope that they will cooperate and ensure that this process of announcing the results is smooth, because the country needs to know the results of these elections, and this is actually the final results which we have received.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you.
My brother, the Deputy President-elect of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable William Ruto and Mrs. Ruto, my sister in our Jubilee coalition, the Honorable Charity Ngilu, my brother Najib Balala, member of our coalition, all governors-elect, senators-elect, members of parliament-elect, women representatives-elect, and most importantly, our county representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Kenyans, I want to thank you. Thank you all for your patience and support along this long way that we have walked together. Asante sana. I thank God for sustaining us and for bringing us this far. I thank all those who have remained vigilant in prayer for our nation during this time. I want to thank the people of the Republic of Kenya who have shown tremendous patience over the last few days as we awaited the outcome of this election. I thank the thousands of officials who worked for the IEBC to make this the most free, the most fair, general election in our nation's history. Despite challenges that they faced, they did manage to keep the trust of Kenyans and to do a job professionally. While we look forward to a day when electoral results will be relayed in real time to curb anxiety, we acknowledge that this was a new time for you. This was the first time under our new constitution that you are engaging in such a massive election, and we want to congratulate you. I also pledge my support to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission as we take the reins of government to support them to seek more efficient ways of conducting elections in future. I would also at this stage like to acknowledge and thank the police and all security agencies for their diligence, their preparedness during the last few weeks. I would especially like to acknowledge the police officers who lost their lives in the line of duty on the eve of the elections. They made the ultimate sacrifice, laying down their lives in the name of democracy. I offer my sincere condolences to the loved ones they left behind, and I want to assure those families that I and the people of Kenya are standing with them in prayer. The incidents that took the lives of those officers are a reminder that security remains one of the biggest challenges in our nation. It is unacceptable to see such violence and unnecessary loss of life. It contravenes all values that our Constitution represents, and as we move forward, I pledge to meet all those threats to national security with the full force of Kenya's resources and with the utmost urgency. To the media, especially the Kenyan media, I want to thank you. You have shown remarkable responsibility as the country's fourth estate. You have shown sensitivity in the dissemination of news and impartiality in the treatment of the results. You have no doubt helped keep this country calm. We are grateful to you for this, and we will continue to consider you as our true partners as we embark on our journey. To all the presidential candidates, I want to say I salute you. You have all contributed to ensuring a robust democratic process. I, in particular, want to thank my older brother Raila Odinga for his spirited campaign. I know that all candidates have made tremendous personal sacrifices for the progress of our country. And today, I welcome them to join us in moving our nation forward. My fellow Kenyans, today, we celebrate the triumph of democracy, the triumph of peace, the triumph of nationhood. Despite the misgivings of many in the world, we have demonstrated a level of political maturity that surpassed expectations. We dutifully turned out, we voted in peace, we upheld order and respect for the rule of law, and we maintained the fabric of our society. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the real victory today. A victory for our nation, a victory that shows that Kenya has finally come of age, that this indeed is Kenya's moment. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled that in a free and fair election, you, the people of Kenya, have placed your trust in me to lead our nation as your next president. I am here because of your unyielding support and the support of millions of Kenyans from all walks of life, from every corner of our nation, who sacrifice their time, their energy, their resources to make this our campaign a success. Thousands of you volunteered through Team Uhuru. Hundreds of you mobilized grassroots organizations. Hundreds of young people helped campaign through the university associations and across the nation, engaging through various platforms. Throughout this process, you, the people, remained unwavering in your belief, not only in me, but in the possibility of a stronger, more prosperous Kenya that has room for all our hopes and aspirations. Last and not least, I want to take this opportunity to thank my family. My wife Margaret, who has been a pillar behind the scenes, and I'm truly grateful, Margaret. To my 3 children and all the members of my family. This has been a trying time, and their support for me has never for 1 second wavered. I am truly grateful. However, ladies and gentlemen, this is not about me. It is about you, the people of Kenya. You who have put faith, not in one man, but in a team. Our Deputy President, the Honorable William Ruto, a man with a proven track record who has demonstrated to all of us his ability to speak and act. Kusema na kutenda. A man with unmatched zeal and energy. I look forward to working with you, my brother. You put your trust in my sister Charity Ngilu, my brother Najib Balala, both who have remained committed to serving the people of Kenya and putting the interest of Kenya first. I look forward to working with you as we move forward. You also put your trust in TNA and URP and the wider Jubilee family. And because you gave us this trust, I am proud to say today that the majority of women who were elected to Parliament this time round come from the Jubilee coalition. fact demonstrates our commitment, or the commitment that our coalition has to support women and to ensuring the full implementation of all the provisions within our Constitution. I want to say to all the Jubilee aspirants, those who won, and especially those who didn't win, you have done your parties and this coalition proud. Your dedication to the ideals that the Jubilee coalition represents has been an inspiration to me and to all of us in the leadership of this coalition. We came together as a team, and we will continue to work together as a team for the people of Kenya and for the good of the people of Kenya. However, ladies and gentlemen, today is more about this nation than one coalition. It is about all of us as Kenyans. Those of you who voted for Jubilee and those of you who voted for other coalitions or other political parties. My fellow Kenyans, my pledge to you today is that as your president, I will work on behalf of all the citizens of this republic, regardless of their party affiliation. I will honor the will of Kenyans and ensure that my government protects their rights and acts without fear or favor in the interests of our nation. To all those of you who have won various seats, regardless of what party or coalition you belong to, let us remember that we are first and foremost Kenyans, and that the people have bestowed upon us the responsibility to work for them. I today extend a hand of friendship and cooperation to you so that together we can truly serve the Kenyan people. Ladies and gentlemen, in the nearly 5 decades since Kenya's independence, we have made great strides as a nation. Kenya has experienced huge successes, but there have also been enduring problems. In the last 10 years, under the presidency of Mwai Kibaki, we have begun to overcome many of our national challenges. And at this stage, I would like to say that indeed we are grateful and indebted for his services and the services that he has rendered over the years to this nation. As I assume office, my task and the task before all of us is to secure the gains that we have made while focusing on solving the challenges that remain. My fellow Kenyans, the elections are over. Today, in itself, only marks the beginning, but there is still much more work to be done. That work begins today, and that work begins with all of us taking personal responsibility for the future of our country, the inheritance of our children. For those who are celebrating, let us be modest in our victory. To those who voted for my opponents, let us keep in mind the broader victory of Kenya and continue to uphold peace.
It is clear that the constitutionally sanctioned process of electing a new set of leaders to take us to the next level has been thwarted by another tainted election. Wakenya waliona vyombo vio vote vikivunjika kwa sababu ilikuwa imepangwa ifanyike hivyo. Baadaye wakarudi kufanya kila kitu kienyeji. ambayo matokeo ilikuwa inabadilishwa hapa na pale kabla haijafika katika ukumbi ya kujumlisha kura zote hapa Bomas of Kenya.
The ODM party leader, giving examples of how his party agents were denied access to the tallying exercise at the Bomas of Kenya, said their complaints to the electoral body were not acted upon.
You would have readily conceded if the IEBC had attempted to deliver a reasonable, honest elections, or even if it had addressed the serious concerns that the court team led by the Vice President formally presented to the Commission 3 days ago.
The son of Kenya's first Vice President made it clear that he will be going to the court this time round to challenge the election outcome.
Let the Supreme Court determine whether the result announced by the IEBC is a lawful one. We are confident that the court will restore the faith of Kenyans in the democratic rule of law. Any violence now could destroy this nation forever.
I take it the quorum is as before. Okay. After extensive deliberations, we are happy to announce the Supreme Court has reached a unanimous decision on all the 4 issues that fell for the determination in presidential election petitions number 3, 4, and 5 as consolidated. The following is the unanimous decision of the court. 1. As to whether the presidential election held on March 4th, 2013 was conducted in a free, fair, transparent, and credible manner in compliance with the provisions of the Constitution and all relevant provisions of the law. It is the decision of the court that the said elections were indeed conducted in compliance with the Constitution and the law. As to whether the third and fourth respondents were validly elected and declared as President-elect and Deputy President-elect of the Republic of Kenya respectively by the second respondent in the presidential elections held on 4th March 2013, it is the decision of the court that the third and fourth respondents were validly elected.
I now call upon Mrs. Margaret Kenyatta to take her place at the inauguration arena.
Tafadhali wananchi, tunaomba tutulie kabisa kwa sababu ya kipindi hiki na mnajua mambo ya time. Tafadhali wananchi, let's observe silence.
The oath of allegiance of the President.
I, Uhuru Kenyatta, in full realization of the high calling, I assume as President of the Republic of Kenya,
do swear that I will be faithful.
Do swear that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Kenya.
And bear true allegiance to the Republic of Kenya.
That I obey, preserve, and protect.
That I will obey, preserve, and protect.
And defend this Constitution of Kenya as by law established.
And defend this Constitution of Kenya as by law established.
And all other laws of the Republic.
And all other laws of the Republic.
And that I will protect and uphold.
And that I will protect and uphold.
The sovereignty, integrity.
The sovereignty, integrity.
And the dignity of the people of Kenya.
And dignity of the people of Kenya.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Hajamaliza tafadhali. Tutulie tena tafadhali wananchi. Kidogo.
I shall now
Tulieni.
I shall now administer the oath of due execution of the office of the President. I shall now administer the oath of due execution of the office of the President. I kindly request the citizens in the stadium to allow us to complete the administration of the oath before the constitutional timeline of 2 p.m. Thank you.
I, Uhuru Kenyatta,
swear that I will truly and diligently serve
the
people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of the President
of the Republic of Kenya,
that I will diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of the President of the Republic of Kenya.
In the office of the President of the Republic of Kenya.
And I will do justice.
And I will do justice.
To all in accordance with this Constitution.
To all in accordance with this Constitution.
And I will do justice to all.
And I will do justice to all.
In accordance with this Constitution.
In accordance with this Constitution.
As by law established.
As by law established.
And the laws of Kenya.
And the laws of Kenya.
Without fear.
Without fear.
Favor.
Affection.
Or ill will.
So help me God.
So help me God. His Excellency.
Wananchi tafadhali. Tafadhali wananchi. Let's observe time. Tutulie tafadhali.
His Excellency the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta will now proceed to take his seat and sign the oath of allegiance and the oath of due execution of office for the President. I now call upon the Chief Justice to take his seat and sign the oath.
Tunauliza tafadhali wananchi utulivu tafadhali. Nyote mnajua habari ya saa, kwa hivyo tuangalie saa na tumpatie nafasi jaji mkuu aweze kuendelea. Sawa, 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 sawa. Sawa. Asanteni wananchi, tutulie kidogo tafadhali. Excuse me. Asante. Thank you. Tuendelee kuwa watulivu tafadhali wakati wa kushangilia bado. Samahani tafadhali, tulieni wananchi. Excuse me.
I now call upon the Honorable the Chief Justice
Sawa.
to present the duly signed oath to His Excellency the Honorable Uhuru
Sawa,
Kenyatta.
sawa. Asante sana. Anakabidhiwa viapo ambavyo ameapa na kuweka sahihi siku ya leo. Sawa, sawa, sawa. Wananchi tafadhali. Sawa, sawa. Sawa. Asante. Asanteni. Sawa, sawa, sawa. Asanteni. Asanteni wananchi. Excuse me.